Hello, my name is Holly Stockler, and I am the Technology Integration Specialist for Yorktown Community Schools. As you know, Yorktown Community Schools is now using the learning management system Canvas. We have adopted that learning management system to take the place of My Big Campus, which we no longer have access to. And Canvas is a great tool. It's actually a learning management system that's used all over the country, not only for K-12 schools, but also for universities. So it's a great way to expose children to digital learning platforms that they may encounter in the future as well. The purpose of this video is to show our Yorktown Community Schools parents how they can access their students' course information through Canvas. Canvas is a wonderful tool that allows teachers and students to interact in a digital environment. They can do this in a blended setting. For example, they can do it in class. They can interact digitally in class. And they can also interact digitally from home. And so it's important that students and parents alike know how to navigate the system so that learning in our corporation can be transparent. We want parents to know what's going on in the classroom, and to give you access to our learning management system provides that layer of transparency that we want to offer you. In this particular tutorial, I'm going to focus on what Canvas looks like for our secondary students. And when I talk about secondary students, I'm talking about students in 5th grade through 12th grade, where they are learning in a one-to-one environment, which means every student has access to their own device through our school. So this particular video will focus on that. So in order to get to your student's Canvas account, what you're going to do is you're going to go to yorktown.instructure.com. Once you get there, you'll probably want to bookmark the site on your computer so that you can access it a bit more easily. But it's yorktown.instructure.com, and when you go there, this login screen is going to pop up. Now, we have decided as a corporation to have you access your student's Canvas account through their individual logins. Rather than having you get your own login that would allow you access to all of your students at one time, that sounds kind of simplistic, but it seemed to be that there was a lot of information going on because all student accounts were mixed. So we felt that it was easier for you just to access just like your students would. So what you'll need to do is you'll need your students' usernames and passwords. Now this is information that your students should be able to provide for you easily. They use it all the time to log in at school. But if you need assistance getting that username and password, you need to you can look it up in PowerSchool. It is part of your PowerSchool information. Or you can contact your child's teacher or your child's building office, and they have access to that information as well. So I'm going to log in as one of my middle school sons, just so I can show you what a secondary Canvas setup looks like for one of our students. Oops, help if I get the right password, huh? There we go. All right, now you can see that I'm logged in as Jonah. You can see his name right up here. So when you log into your child's account, you should see their name right there. Also, you can see this information over here is going to be very important to you as a parent. This is what's coming up. Anytime a teacher puts something on the calendar or creates an assignment in Canvas, it's going to, as it gets nearer, closer in time, nearer in time, it's going to show up on your students' to-do list or their coming up list. So it's very important that as a parent, you know that as soon as you log into Canvas, you can see what's coming up for your child right there. And all information for all courses will be there. You can see information for all of their courses together, just what's coming up next. Also, there is a calendar here, and when I click on this calendar in Jonah's account, it's going to pull up any information, and that's a lot, any information that the teachers have added to their courses. So any activities they've put in, any assignments they've put in, and we don't expect you as parents to know what all of this means because you're not sitting in class every single day. But what this can do for you as a parent is you can pull it up and you can then have something, a start to talk to your child about. You can say, I see, Jonah, that you have a quiz on Africa. on this day? Are you prepared for that? So it's kind of a conversation starter. You don't have to know all the course material, they do, but it does give you something to go from, kind of a guide. You'll notice that the students' calendars are color-coded. So, for example, you'll notice anything in this light purple has to do with social studies here. Anything in this kind of greeny brown color has to do with science. Physical education stuff, you can see where it all comes from here. Art, it's all over there. So that's what their calendars look like. So this, even just if you access the to-do list and what's coming up and the calendar, this can give you a good base to start with a conversation with your student. In addition to having access to all of those things, if you go up to the top and you kind of hover over this icon, all of these courses are going to pop up. Now you see it says that Jonah has 11 courses and there's not 11 displayed here. In order to see all of them, you need to click on that link, and then you'll get the full list of all of his courses. Those courses that are unpublished means they're not in use yet, so you need to just ignore those. But these are actually the courses that are being used by the teachers right now, and they should have one for every one of the subjects that they attend every day. So I'm just going to bop here into Jonah's social studies course and kind of talk to you about how the teachers have set up their courses here. You can see here that Jonah's had some recent feedback from his teachers, what he's gotten on here. You can also see that the teachers, when you land in their courses, they are going to have a home page set up. There should be some kind of introduction to the class here, some kind of a little narrative that tells about the class. You should be able to access the instructor's name and the syllabus for the course. And then all teachers somehow should have 4 buttons on their page. They should have a way to access the current unit, what the students are currently learning about. And this is for the benefit of not only the parents, but also the students. It's not a mystery of where they're going to find their things. It's right here. So if they say to you, I don't know where to find what we're learning about, they've been trained that it's right here in current unit. In addition, there's going to be 3 other buttons, and these buttons are going to be of use to you as well as the students. You're going to have a Navigate This Course button. In Navigate This Course, it's going to tell you exactly how to get around in that teacher's classroom. We did give a lot of directives of how we wanted it to be set up so that there would be lots of similarities. However, we wanted the teachers to be explicit about if they did some extra things, or we wanted it to be crystal clear. Again, learning to be transparent. So you can see this page will tell you exactly how to navigate this social studies course. Also, you'll have a button that says Parent-Student Information. This course is just kind of some additional information. You notice Mr. O'Brien here is talking about how grades will be posted to PowerSchool, what to do if you have any concerns, kind of what he does with some journaling activities. Just basically the teachers have this additional page for all of the other things that wouldn't clutter up that home page. We want it to be nice and clear and easy to navigate. So that's what that button's about for you. Finally, all teachers have a button that provides information on how to contact them. Email addresses, Twitter handles, phone numbers, any way that if you need to get a hold of the teacher, or if your child does, that they can do that through different ways they can do that. So that is on there. Those are the things that are going to be really the most important as a parent for you trying to support your child's learning in a secondary situation. So again, when you log in, you have that to-do list, and coming up, you can access the calendar that has everything color-coded for the courses for the day, or you can go into groups and go into explicitly what is happening in each course. If I click on current unit, for example, if I'm just saying, I wonder what my child's doing in there, this what Mr. O'Brien did was link back to the calendar, and it's a clean link that just shows what's happening in his class here. So that's how he chose to do it. Some teachers will have what we call modules linked there. They're kind of, if you remember My Big Campus, it's kind of like My Big Campus bundles. Some teachers will have that done. You see Mr. O'Brien has those modules here over to the side where if you know what you're in, so here's what's happening in Unit 2 here, you can go through and kind of see the content. So as a parent, of course, you're welcome to go through and see. There's a PowerPoint presentation there he wants them to use, some notes that they can download there, some information, some reading information he wants them to have. So you have access totally to the course content through the modules. You have access to the course activities through the calendar, and you have access to the course expectations through the syllabus and the homepage. So then that is what it looks like to log in as your student. Now we've talked about the calendar, and we've talked about how to access your students' course materials through their courses and groups. One thing I do want to call attention to is the grades button. You can click on that button and it will show you grades for everything the students have done in Canvas. But here's what I need to caution you about. That does not mean that's their grade in the course. In order to get an idea of what they're truly getting in the course, you need to continue to visit PowerSchool for that. This tab, these grades, only are going to show what the students have done and has been recorded through in Canvas, not necessarily if there were things handed in on paper pencil or even just given another, like done in class another way, maybe presentations and those kinds of things may not always go through Canvas. So I just want to caution you not to get hung up on using this grades. We really don't need to do that. You really need to focus in what is going on in PowerSchool. That will give you the most accurate representation of how your child's doing. If you have multiple students, so I have another child in middle school that I would need to check on, I can't get to his stuff through his brother's account. So I would need to log out and then log in using my other son's information in order to do that. So I hope this helps you understand how to navigate Canvas as a parent. If you have any questions, you are always welcome to contact me, and I am happy to help you. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy using our new learning management system.